Hello, my name is Peter Heath. I'm from a Centre of Light UK Limited. I'd like to talk today about the subject of Stoicism, which is a philosophy, and how it connects with spiritual practice. I'd like, if I may, to start off with a quote from Stoicism. And it's a quote which is as relevant today as it was when it was first written, nearly 2,000 years ago. The quote is as follows: "Frequently consider the connection of all things in the universe and their relation to one another. For in a manner, all things are implicated with one another, and all in this way are friendly to one another. For one thing comes in order after another, and this is by virtue of the active movement and the unity of the substance." Now, that was written by the Emperor Marcus Aurelius nearly 2,000 years ago. And if anybody practiced Stoicism, it was Marcus Aurelius. So therefore, I think it's a very worthy quote. It's also, though, a quote which is relevant today, and in fact, particularly today. Now, why is that? Well, one thing I'd just like to say on a practical level is that Stoicism has been used by modern therapies, which are all classed under the cognitive behavioural theory. Now, cognitive behavioural theory helps people to cope with issues such as depression, addiction, anxiety, issues with drugs, smoking, whatever. If it causes you a problem, Stoicism is there and it can deal with it. Now, Stoicism can help us to deal with issues in our everyday lives, the difficulties that we face, whether it be with people, whether it be at work, whether it be at home, whether it be anywhere. Now, the wonderful thing about Stoicism is that although it was formed 2,000 years ago or more, it's completely relevant. Why is that? Well, that's because today more than ever, we realise the value of embracing both material life or matter and spiritual life. Both of them are not so far from each other, but they can work together. The important thing to achieve is a balance. Now, in this day and age of stress, strife, anxiety and so on, that's a really difficult thing to achieve. But if I can say that personally, I've found that Stoicism has had a wonderful effect on the flaws that I have, and I do have many, as do we all. Now, the thing that most of us experience in today's world is the sense of uncertainty, the sense of the daily loss of balance. Now, Stoicism, which I will address in another time in more detail, is something which we can use to address those uncertainties which we face in all aspects of our life. It not only works with us as individuals, in families, but also it could be extended to our communities and how we react to our communities. One thing I will say about Stoicism is that it's a very practical philosophy, whether you use it in spiritual practice or in any other kind of practice. It's the issue of what do we have control over? That is something that is at the core of Stoicism. What is it that we do have control over? It is those things that we need to address. Those things that we have no control over, we shouldn't even worry about. Now, the point is that we do often worry about those things, and Stoicism teaches us not to worry about those things. So how I would like to end this today is for you perhaps even to Google or to get a book out on Stoicism. It is a wonderful subject. It will be something that I am certain or confident that you'll passionately embrace once you even look into it on the surface. If you're anything like me, it'll be something that you will not be able to put down. So thank you very much for listening. From a Centre of Light UK, love and light to all. Thank you.